Let's understand the Allied Radio Backpack Pack and rate it for different styles of play. Open the Allied Radio Backpack Pack to get the Allied Radio Backpack, a back equipment item. Wearing the Allied Radio Backpack adds 30% to muscle, mysticality, and moxie, 30 to maximum hit and mana points, and 30% to combat initiative. The 30% boost to muscle, mysticality, and moxie is second best in slot behind the Mr. Store Spin Master Lay's Balsam Barrel's 50%. There does not appear to be any special interaction when wearing the Allied Radio Backpack in the Time-Twitching Tower. The Allied Radio Backpack also has a Request Drop link in inventory. You can request a supply drop 3 times each day. Keywords give consistent results, while typing in unrecognized words gives a random result from the set of Skeleton War's rations, a size 1 epic quality food, Skeleton War fuel can, a size 1 epic quality booze, and Skeleton War grenade, a combat item that does 200 to 300 damage to most enemies and instantly kills copyable skeleton monsters. The skeletons on the Axis level of the Time-Twitching Tower are not copyable. You can specifically request these 3 items with the keywords rations, fuel, and ordnance, respectively. Be careful when typing since keywords must match exactly to be recognized. A Coal Mafia script will automate supply drops to eliminate the chance of typos. 6 additional keywords have been discovered so far, though there may be more. I will update the video description if additional keywords are found. None of the buffs from supply drop keywords can be received from Pocket Wishes. Typing in a supply drop of Ellipsoidtine gives you 30 adventures of the effect Ellipsoidtined, which adds 25 to maximum mana points, 50 to maximum hit points, and regenerates between 5 and 10 mana points per adventure. The keyword Ellipsoidtine was found as a solution to a puzzle given when typing correct supply drop keywords, while the puzzle from incorrect keywords has yet to be solved. The keywords Materiel Intel give you 10 adventures of the effect Materiel Intel for an additional 100% item drops from monsters. The keyword Salary gives you 15 kroner, the currency for stores in the periodic world event, the Time-Twitching Tower. The keywords Sniper Support force a non-combat on your next adventure. You can ask for sniper support multiple times to force multiple non-combats in a row. Forcing non-combats can help complete many council quests faster, such as finding the ritual items during the Deep Fat Friars' Gate quest. Forcing non-combats also helps you collect valuable Twitching Time capsules from the Cave Before Time in the Time-Twitching Tower, or get the Shadow Waters buff from the Mr. Store closed circuit payphone. The keyword Radio gives you a handheld allied radio, a tradable item that can be used to get 1 supply drop, though the handheld allied radio will not provide puzzle clues. You can use as many handheld allied radios in a day as you have stored up or purchased. Wait to use any handheld allied radios until after your backpack's supply drops are exhausted for the day, though, since a bug means both one radio and one of the backpack's supply drops are used up together. The keywords Wildsun boon were the solution to a puzzle found by reading the skeletons' ribs on the Axis level of the Time-Twitching Tower as Braille letters. Ask for the Wildsun boon supply drop to receive 100 adventures of the effect Wildsun boon for an additional 200% damage against skeletons, 75% combat initiative, 50% each to weapon, spell, and ranged damage, 5 pounds of familiar weight, and serious +3 prismatic resistance. You can only receive this buff once per day. Wildsun boon is a fantastic buff for many situations, including tests in the Community Service Special Challenge Path and fighting skeletons in the Axis level of the Time-Twitching Tower or the Dreadsylvania Clan Dungeon. The Ellipsoidtine and Materiel Intel buffs may be useful, but likely are not valuable enough for one of your 3 supply drops per day. Likewise for the Salary keyword giving 15 kroner. You can make a similar amount in just 3 or 4 adventures in the Globe Theater main stage, and when the Time-Twitching Tower is unavailable, there's no reason to choose kroner. The Skeleton War Grenade has niche usefulness insta-killing monsters, such as the otherwise hard-to-kill reanimated skeletons whose drops improve the fossilized necklace. The rations and fuel may be useful during an ascension as easy, high-quality additions to your diet, helping you get more adventures each day. The handheld allied radio can store up supply drops for later or be sold in the mall to make a little meat. Sniper support to force a non-combat can be useful both during an ascension and after defeating the naughty sorceress, for example when using a ghost pencil in the Dreadsylvania Clan dungeon. The Wildsun boon buff can be useful in many situations, such as piling on cold resistance to level up with the brand mouthwash. So how does the Allied Radio Backpack Pack measure up? You can equip it right at the beginning of an ascension, so its buffs can help you survive tough fights while at a low character level. Without a daily reminder, it may be easy to forget to use supply drops, but daily reminders are often added after the fact, and you can include the backpack on a custom inventory tab to remind yourself in the meanwhile. The supply drops themselves are useful in many different situations. I rate the Allied Radio Backpack 3 out of 5 stars for quality of life. The Wildsun boon buff gives 100 adventures of an additional 5 pounds of familiar weight, increasing the weight of item drop fairy type familiars or other more specialized farming familiars, such as the Mr. Store Pocket Professor from monster copies. Sniper support is valuable for owners of the Mr. Store closed circuit payphone to get more adventures of the powerful Shadow Waters buff. I rate the backpack 3 out of 5 stars for farming. The Materiel Intel buff for additional item drops helps in the PvP minigames Loot Hunter or Egg Drop, and the Wildsun boon buff helps with multiple minigames, such as the Showing Initiative or Familiar Show. I rate the Allied Radio Backpack 2 out of 5 stars for PvP. Sniper support to force non-combats can help complete many council quests faster, while the Wildsun boon buff helps leveling up with mouthwash and improving the effectiveness of familiars. I rate the Allied Radio Backpack 3 out of 5 stars for speedruns. I hope this helps you decide if you should pick one up.